right now.
I have a high degree of confidence that McKenna has thrown out my name more than a couple of times. But in some ways prefer not to do that. Just so once again, it's not steamroll the ladies.
Okay.
I feel like this could be a good time to like make a bigger move.
Okay, what would a bigger move be? Because I tried to vote out Ian last round and that didn't work.
I think this is a good round for that. Because
Vote Ian
otherwise,
again?
yeah, otherwise. Oh, you prefer John?
Well, I just think John is a bigger threat.
I would vote John 100%.
I mean, either one is fine. I don't know you. I mean, Carrie, especially, you probably know them more intimately than the two of them.
Majority was going Lily.
But I think like this is probably because there's 8 people left. I don't know if we can get.
Yeah, I don't know.
You both thinking?
I don't know. I don't know what to do. What are you thinking? What are they saying in the forest?
There's a lot of names out there, I guess, probably everybody's. Are you guys open to something?
Yeah.
Well, is our names coming up in the forest?
Yeah, Victoria, your name is coming up.
Oh, okay.
But all right. So I was trying to see if like the 3 of us and McKenna could vote together.
Yeah, Bill would be on board too, I think.
Okay. Because I think Bill would want to vote for John, and to be honest,
yeah, let's go to the ocean.
So is John the ones throwing my name up?
Final 8. We're ready to get to your next immunity challenge. All right. For this challenge, we'll be playing Leaning Tower. You must stack a ball in. You must bounce a ball into a ping pong cup, or sorry. You must bounce a ball into a solo cup, then stack another cup on top of it, and then bounce another ball. It will be done in heats. First 5 to get 3 will move on. In the second round, first 3 to get 5 will move on. From there, the first one to get 6 wins immunity and a guaranteed spot in the final 7. Smart. Ready? Let's get on with it. For immunity, survivors ready? Go. We're on heat 1. Ian already has 1 cup in. Bill has a cup. Oh, McKenna is good. McKenna's moving on to the next round. Elijah also moving to the next round. And Ian moving next round. We're looking for 2 more. Kyle moving on.
Victoria.
Victoria moving on. All right. Everyone else, please go off camera. All right. And then you have to reset that now. Because you guys got All right. When you're ready, just let me a thumbs up for everyone because I see some of you are muted.
This is to 5.
Yes, this one's to 5. First 3. All right. First 3 of 5 to 5. Moving on. All right. Survivors ready? Go. Elijah has 1 very quickly. Ian has 1. Ian has 2. Elijah has 2. Both Elijah and Ian now have 3. Ian has 4. No, Ian has 4. This 4th card up. Sorry. Everyone has 3. Elijah has 4. Ian's got it. Ian's moving on.
Elijah's moving
Elijah's
on.
got it. Elijah's moving on. We're looking for 1 more. Victoria's got it. Victoria's moving on. All right. Yeah, it doesn't matter if it falls over. No, I don't care if it falls over. As long as the cup goes in, that's it. Yeah. All right. Everyone ready? All right. For immunity, first one to get all 6 cups and all 6 bounces, guaranteed spot in the final 7. Survivors ready? Go. All 3 of these people have been killing it so far. And Victoria very quickly onto 3. But everyone onto 3 now. Ian with his 4th. Ian with his 5th.
It's Elijah.
Elijah. Also, Elijah on a 6th, Victoria on a 4th. This can come down 2 seconds. Elijah wins individual immunity, guarantee himself a spot in the final 7.
Congrats.
His
Good
second,
goal, Elijah.
Elijah wins his second individual immunity challenge, guaranteeing himself a spot in the final 7. With that being said, go ahead and scramble.
Interesting one. Yeah, I voted for Lily.
I did not. No one ever told me that was a point, even on the table.
That was last minute, but it was like she's really good.
This last challenge is frustrating as heck for me. I don't know who to trust. That was like the most chaotic tribal I've ever seen.
But yeah, I think it was because like some of the like bigger threads might have wanted to get together. So I don't know if it's a good time to go for a big thread this time.
Yeah. I'm literally down to do whatever as long as someone tells me what to do.
Mhm.
Because it does not feel good to be left out of a vote.
Half of the people in the game right now are Serpone, by the way.
Oh my god.
I'm salty about this immunity run.
Yeah.
He would be out of this game by now.
I mean,
How
Bill
did-
on last round.
So Ian was in the finals also, and did John do well in this challenge?
He got out the first round.
But he did find an idol.
Yeah, but well, I think was he given Gabby's idol?
No, Gabby gave
Oh,
him
the
a clue to it. Yeah,
Mhm.
That's what it was you gave a clue.
yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess we know that's out there. That's not out there anymore.
Mhm.
So that's
What's up, Serpone?
both of those have been Serpone.
Oh my god, fun.
Yeah.
Well, do we want to make a plan with us then?
How many people are in the game? 8?
Yeah. So we would either need a 5th or a really bizarre split vote,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which I guess we can do in this season.
Yeah, we can do whatever the heck we want. Like I said, before Elijah came in
We
here.
were just
I
talking
just
about, talking
Confession.
about the last vote breakdown because that shit was nutty.
Yeah, us too.
No idea where that one was going.
No, names just kept coming out, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
Dude, they ripped John out first. I thought John was about to like negate like 6 votes or something.
Yeah.
There he is.
No, it was like the perfect that John's name came out first.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Add to the drama.
Always. Always. I have this tendency to just like burn an idol at final 9 when there's 1 vote on me. And it doesn't go
But
too
is
well.
the one vote part of the tradition too?
It is now.
That is
Oh,
Oh, I
All right, not that I don't want to talk to you, but you following me in here is gonna raise a lot of flags.
Oh no. I don't have a name to say yet. So I was
Right.
I
Neither do I.
heard so from that 5 that did before, it was McKenna, and from the group that you just joined, it was Victoria or John. Bill was saying John. I think I would actually prefer the other one, Victoria.
Okay.
But that's just what I've heard.
What did you hear?
I threw 0 of those names out. McKenna said, or Carrie mentioned both you and Victoria. Bill said you. And the group of us before that said, who did we? Oh,
McKenna, Carey.
McKenna.
Yeah.
Okay.
But again, I still think it's the same thing. We have to,
The 5 of us have to stick together, right?
yeah, and yeah, I mean, yes.
Cool. I'm going to talk to McKenna because I didn't talk to her at all last round.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, Elijah, I'm not leaving you. I just haven't talked to McKenna yet, like at all.
Yeah, she just got pulled.
Oh, well, never mind then. I'm going to stay here.
So Elijah, what have you heard?
I actually have not heard anything. I was in a room with like just John, and then I was in a room with just McKenna, and she just got pulled. So
Okay.
I'm all ears.
I've heard 3 names.
Yeah.
I've heard John, I've heard Victoria, and I've heard McKenna.
Okay. I prefer not John.
I like your thinking.
I also
Elijah.
prefer not John. Yeah,
That's my preference too.
but again, I think like it's hard because of the like even number right now. Like
It is. Yes.
Yeah. I hate it. Because there could be rocks.
But I do think if us 4 vote together and then like try to
Good.
What's going on?
Hey,
I was just gonna come see.
oh
Wow.
god.
and now he's.
Just when I had something important to say, too.
Oh gosh.
So Elijah, we have not gotten a chance to talk at all this game.
Yeah, not really. It's
I
been
can
great.
leave you at it if you want, or I can stay.
I don't.
Well, Kyle, say your important thing. Unless it was just
I
for
was
you.
just going to say that the name that they were throwing out was Ian.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm hearing Ian a lot. I'm hearing John a little. I'm hearing some McKenna.
That sounds about right. Oh my goodness.
And I mean, I'm not necessarily.
You don't have a preference?
I don't have a strong preference.
Okay.
I think Ian makes a good point that he's a meat shield. I mean,
I
he's-
agree with that.
I definitely think he's a shield for all of us. And I honestly think John is as well.
I think so as well. And I think, and certainly from what my conversations with them, I mean, Carrie's not going to go after anyone else until Ian is dead. Which is, a good thing to get one vote out of the way.
Yeah.
So if among those, so if we keep those 2 in, that leaves McKenna and Vic and Carrie.
Right. Correct.
Yeah. I think Carrie is the biggest one that's pushing for Ian. So it'd probably benefit to keep her, right?
Sure.
If she's the one that's going after Ian and Ian's our shield.
Ian sounds like he wants to vote out Victoria. I think he said that.
Okay.
What it seemed like.
Okay. Well, where is he? Because I'm fine to lock in on that
Let's do it.
as
Okay.
long as we confirm we have the votes.
Yeah. Yeah, it feels good to win. I'm gonna try to get like a more solid plan because last time was so chaotic. So I'm hoping for a little bit of an easier vote this time. I probably will become a target at some point because of my 2 challenge wins, but we'll see how that goes. Once again, I'm not going to try to drive anything too much, but I think this round I want to be more certain of what the plan is. Yeah, I mean, I was in on it. Like the Lily plan happened like right before, and so for me, I didn't think a couple of them were gonna go for it, and just like between Lily and Bill, if I voted for either of them and they were still in the game afterwards, I would have gotten more of a blowback from Lily as opposed to Bill because Bill wrote my name down. Lily might have also, but who knows? So that's why I voted Bill. I don't think it'll be too big of a deal, and people might not even find out. So we'll see. But yeah. Yeah, I'll probably just go with the flow. But I mean, there are people that I don't want to go home, so I've gotten pretty close with people that were on my original tribe pretty much. So Carrie, John, Kyle, Ian, and then I've also gotten good talks with McKenna. So I think probably go after Bill again if that's the way it's going, or if I'm presented with an opportunity. But we'll see how it goes.
I feel like I'm gonna go next. I was really closely aligned with Lily, and I was clearly in the minority of the votes. There were 5 votes on Lily and only like 2 votes on Ian, and I was one of them. So I guess I was sorely mistaken that we were gonna go Ian. I don't really know how I'm going to get out of this. It's tough. I'm feeling really nervous, and I just like don't want, so I feel like the boys are banded together, and so I don't know if they'll vote each other off, but like if they suggested Victoria or McKenna, like it's just going to be picking the girls off one by one, which I don't want to happen. So I feel like I'm willing to vote pretty much anybody besides the girls is where I am right now.
This vote is going to be really interesting because I am expecting yet another big move to be made. I don't think that there's really going to be any small moves at this point forward, as far as I'm concerned. I'm actually looking to get John out at this vote because I think we would have enough people to do it, and it would stop him from getting any further, possibly finding another advantage. And if he got to the end, he has a good case to win, I think, so far. So if I can get that done, that would be my ideal move at this point.
Your plan is to try and get John out this round?
Right. There were quite a few people left out of the last vote, so I think that if I could bring in people like McKenna or Carrie or somebody, or people who I think were on the wrong side of the last vote, we could create a new majority and blindside somebody who I think has a lot of power and pull in this game, and who is a huge threat to win.
I'm just nervous because I kind of turned against maybe a girls' alliance, and if they work with Ian and John, they could also just turn on me this round. I would prefer to go after Ian this round. I did want to take advantage of the opportunity to get out Lily last round, but I think it's starting to get closer and closer to the end of the game. So I don't want to be stuck in an alliance of only big threats at the end, because I would potentially have to sit against one of them. I think that I want to alternate between big threat and small threat each round, so that I don't end up at the end of the game with only big threats, which means I'm not going to win. And I also don't want to go to the end with only the small threats, because then I could be the biggest threat. So I think I want to be flexible and just make sure that I am always in the majority
right now.
I have a high degree of confidence that McKenna has thrown out my name more than a couple of times. But in some ways prefer not to do that. Just so once again, it's not steamroll the ladies.
Okay.
I feel like this could be a good time to like make a bigger move.
Okay, what would a bigger move be? Because I tried to vote out Ian last round and that didn't work.
I think this is a good round for that, because
Vote Ian again?
otherwise, oh, you prefer John?
Well, I just think John is a bigger threat.
I would vote John 100%.
I mean, either one is fine. I don't know you. I mean, Carrie, especially, you probably know them more intimately than the two of them.
Majority was going Lily.
But I think like this is probably because there's 8 people left. I don't know if we can get
Yeah, I don't know.
You both thinking?
I don't know. I don't know what to do. What are you thinking? What are they saying in the forest?
There's a lot of names out there, I guess, probably everybody's. Are you guys open to something?
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
is our names coming up in the forest?
Yeah, Victoria, your name is coming up.
Oh, okay.
But all right. So I was trying to see if like the three of us and McKenna could vote together.
Yeah, Bill would be on board too, I think.
Okay. Because I think Bill would want to vote for John, and to be honest,
Yeah. Let's go to the ocean.
So is John the ones throwing my name up?
First of all, my mental state is declining. I am getting tired. I'm getting hungry. I was left out of a vote. I guess that feels like garb. So it just is like really shows anyone can be next, and that's nuts. No, I like didn't really want to vote for Ian. Like obviously would, but this is gonna sound horrible, but probably Victoria would be my like next vote. I don't really want to vote her out, but obviously she can go to the end. She's a comp beast. Truly, I wish Elijah would have not had immunity because he would have been an easy vote, like after a nuts tribal. Easy vote, but I feel like the two names on the table that I've heard have been have been John and Victoria. And I don't know. My gut's saying Victoria, but my head's saying John.
Yeah, the tribal was wild, not like the result. The result is exactly what we planned. It was Victoria, myself, Bill, John, and Kyle wrote down Lily's name, as we talked about. And yeah, I mean, I wasn't surprised to see my name. Like I said, I figured I would see my name. I would be shocked if I don't see my name every round until I'm voted out or sitting at the end. So that's currently my pitch to everyone, is that please keep me in the game. And I think whether it's working or not, it's showing that every round my name is going to be said. It was said again this round, and I wonder who said it. I'm sure Carrie, McKenna, and Victoria, and maybe even Kyle said it. So, you know, I'm not surprised. I will continue to just try and maneuver each vote. I'm trying to pitch people's names, but by saying it that other people said it first, which for so far has been true. But yeah, I feel like I'm getting votes again. I would be shocked if I don't, but I would like McKenna or Victoria to go home because again, they're just going to scoot by. But I'm literally down to vote whoever, as long as it's not John or Bill or Kyle. And I can't vote for Elijah. And he right now is target numero uno, but he is finishing numero uno in every individual immunity challenge right now. So we can't do that. But yeah, that's where my head's at right now. Okay. McKenna's going to say my name more often, and she'll tell me that she said it, but afterwards. So it doesn't really matter if I get voted out. So she makes me very nervous. I know people will listen to her, and she will continue to scoot on by. Victoria, however, is so much better at challenges. I mean, she's literally top 3 in everything we do. It's going to continue to be that way. And, you know, hopefully if I'm here next round, someone else wins, Elijah goes home, then Victoria might start picking up the wins. And so far we've done challenges that I just happen to be good at. I am so bad at all of these. So bad. I just think for some reason people showed up today and decided to pick the certain things I'm okay at. If I really had to lean, I think people are going to lean Victoria due to the challenges, but my personal choice would be McKenna. As long as it ain't me, I don't care.
I'm feeling pretty good. I think my name is sort of probably out of most people's mouths, except Elijah, maybe McKenna, but I think even, at least for this vote, Elijah's not going to try to push me. I take responsibility for Lily since I started dropping her name, so yay me. This time, the target kind of keeps switching, but Kyle just came in and talked about getting rid of John, which I think would be a wise idea. The question is whether or not we can pull it off. Or McKenna. I mean, simply because as between sort of what everyone perceives as being the two big ones are John and Ian. And I just know Ian better. And I think if it came time to slash throats, John would probably do it sooner than Ian would. Ian will get to it eventually, or try to get to it eventually.
It was pretty crazy. I burned my idol. I had a feeling it's like, no, I shouldn't. I'm pretty sure this 5 sticking together, but like there are just way too many names out there, as we saw with like 4 people getting votes. So I just decided to play it safe. I hope it doesn't come back to bite me. I know my name's out there this round, but hopefully the 5 of us who voted together last time can stick together this time.
All right, Blue High Tribe. Here we are. Final 8 Tribal Council. This game has just keep rolling. The vote before that, I believe 3 names came out of the urn. This vote, the last vote, 4 came out of the urn. John, you played an idol. Ultimately, didn't have to use it. What are your thoughts on that? What do you think that means for you going forward?
I really wish I still had the idol. It would make me feel a lot better for this vote, but I am at the mercy of these beautiful people here, and I really hope that the people who told me we were voting one way were telling me the right way to be voting.
Elijah, congratulations again on your 2nd individual immunity in a row. How does that feel, especially with all these names coming out? It seems like I can do this now. Can anyone raise their hand if they feel they're safe? This vote? Wow. So Elijah, how does it make you feel? You're the only one who's 100% safe.
Sorry, I just switched to full screen. Yeah, it feels pretty good in the short term. I mean, it feels good to not be able to be voted out, of course. And I feel like more people wanted to work with me as opposed to if I didn't win. So that's always good. Try to build connections. But, you know, of course, there's the downside of me now being seen as a comp beast. But I'll take that for what it's worth, I guess. And, you know, winning challenges is not everything in the game, and everyone knows that. So we'll see how it shakes out, but I do feel good for this round at least.
And so Carrie, what it seems like last round was a pretty big blindside. How does that change your strategy going forward and how to play this game and everything?
Yeah. Good question. So it's interesting. Like, I don't actually see like true alliances forming. I think because this is a weird game because like we all know each other. So I feel like we're all kind of like willing to work with whoever. So it's, I don't know. It's weird. It's a strange game out there.
Would you call it more voting blocks, or is this be more of an example of trust clusters?
No, these are, oh, that's a good question, actually. I think I would say trust clusters, actually. Because like Carrie said, like I also don't think there's any alliances right now. I think it's who you can trust for this next 60 minutes, and then you kind of move on, and then you reset again, and then you pick new people to trust for 60 minutes. Yeah, I just think that with the way this game is and the way it's turned out, that's going to keep happening. And I think looking real far ahead, but the person who wins this thing is really going to deserve it because they maneuvered better than everybody else. So
Kyle, Ian says for him, I'm trusting someone new every 60 minutes. That seems like this game is moving. Would you agree with that? Or do you think the alliance are starting to shape up? I mean, numbers are getting a little lower here.
No, I agree with Ian's assessment, and like Carrie said, the dynamic of this particular season is very unique and very interesting. But in a way, I think that actually makes for more interesting strategy, because it's not just like who you felt really good about and just who you started the game with, which you typically see often. So it's definitely making the dynamics very interesting, and it's going to make for an amazing end game, I think.
Victoria, if you had to describe your end game path, how would you think you're going to go about this strategically?
It makes me nervous to start thinking about the end game since I could be gone today. But I think if I were to survive this vote, I'll think about it later.
And Bill, we are getting lower here. You know, your name came up one of those votes. How does that make you feel? Are you ready to go forward? And do you have trust in your, I guess, trust clusters?
Yes, I have trust in my clusters. You know, it is interesting because so many names come through so quickly every round. I mean, in terms of getting a vote last round, I mean, it can't keep you up at night. At one point, we're all going to get votes laid on us. You've got to try to figure out whether it is a sign of an actual threat to your game or just a passing thing. You know, I mean, and I've already told him, my vote for Elijah a couple of rounds ago was just because I knew who was going, but I could not vote for that person. So, you know, I'm hoping it was the same thing with whoever voted for me, but we'll wait and see.
And McKenna, how are you feeling? Are you feeling safe? And do you think you have a majority going forward? And do you think you had more of a, one of these 60 minutes alliances, as you were calling it, I guess? Not quite sure what that means. Or are you thinking what you planted is going to be long-term and get you to the end here?
The only thing that I know for sure is if I make it to the end, I'm going to make it to the end with someone I know. And that is the only guaranteed piece of information that I have. Do I feel all right? I've never felt good at a tribal ever in my entire life. So that trend is continuing.
Again, this game keeps evolving. And I would say everyone here has accurate statements, and this game's gonna keep moving. But with that, does anyone have anything else? All right, with that being said, it is time to vote.
I don't feel good about this vote. I feel like it might be me. That's okay. I wanted to write this name down for a while, but not because of you.
This round, I am voting for Victoria. Main reasoning for this is I want to keep shields around me since I have 1-2 immunity. I want people in front of me to be voted out before me, and I don't think Victoria will be a shield for me.
I'm voting for John. Maybe this is a dumb thing. I don't know. I don't know anymore.
All right, I'll go tally the votes. Oh, Bill's here. All right, I'll go tally the votes. If anybody has an advantage or immunity idol, now would be the time to play it. All right, I'll read the votes. First vote, Victoria. Second vote, McKenna. That's 1 vote Victoria, 1 vote McKenna. John. That's 1 vote Victoria, 1 vote McKenna, 1 vote, John. John, that's 2 votes, John. 1 vote, Victoria. 1 vote, McKenna. John, that's 3 votes, John. The 8th person voted out, and the 3rd member of jury, John. The tribe has spoken, my friend. Thank you for playing.
Done for. At all, I love these people. I love the fact that I got to sit here play a game with them, and I guess spend the rest of my day with them. Honestly, not surprised my name came out there. They shouldn't have done it, though. There are people on this cast who are going to regret voting me out this time. Succinct here, I'm going to go hang out with Lily.